Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise, find those insights you really need, especially if you're an entrepreneur or maybe thinking about it, you know the scene. It feels like this constant race. Everyone's chasing success, you're buried in information, and honestly, it's easy to fall into what our source today calls the new rat race. Just, chasing trends, listening to gurus who maybe don't walk the walk, but maybe there's another way. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something pretty different. The Spartan Society Starter Guide. Business and Life Mastery. And this isn't just another blueprint. It promises, big things. Business growth, sure, but also personal transformation and building a real legacy. It mixes like ancient warrior discipline with modern business thinking. Pretty unique.
Absolutely. And our mission here is really to pull apart this guide, get to the core ideas and the actual practical steps they lay out. Think of this as us helping you get well informed on this system that aims to build both successful businesses and frankly, really resilient people. It's very structured.
Yeah, structured is a good word for it. So let's explore the Spartan Society vision. We'll get into their intense daily schedule, how they mix that intensity with rest, and some surprising goals that go way beyond just making money. It really challenges how we normally think about this stuff. Okay, so let's unpack that core philosophy first. The Spartan Society, it's built on this idea of intensity and discipline, like true warriors sharpening their craft. Their core belief. Simple. Success doesn't come from half effort. It comes from consistent daily action. It demands, everything, every day.
But what's really interesting, I think, is how they balance that. Yes, it's intense, 6 days a week, dedicated to training and building, but then Sundays. They're strictly reserved for reflection, family, and recharging. The guide is really explicit. This isn't about burnout, it's about balance. So it's not optional, it's built in. The idea is you come back Monday sharper with focus, energy, and fire. It's like even warriors need to properly recover, right? It makes the other 6 days sustainable.
Right, that makes sense. And this is where it really diverges from standard business advice. The goal is bigger than just money. It's about building people, shaping leaders, and making sure members eventually earn recognition for their true life's work. That's quite a statement in today's world.
And that connects perfectly to this really fascinating concept they have, the doctorate of honorary degree. Now, this isn't your typical university degree. It's presented as something deeper. It's proof that you've put in the work, faced the obstacles, and built something real. Proof that your journey, your discipline, your contributions, they've created lasting value. It's like the ultimate validation, not just of wealth, but of character and impact. A path to legacy.
It's a powerful motivator beyond just the bottom line.
Definitely. It taps into that desire for meaning.
So how does this whole philosophy stack up against, the current entrepreneurial scene? Well, the Spartan Society Guide directly calls out the issue of people chasing the same ideas, following the same blueprint, and learning from so-called gurus who don't practice what they preach. Their solution. They claim they connect you with people actually doing the work, cutting through the noise, providing real mentorship. Okay, let's get practical. How do they actually lay the groundwork? It starts on day 1, Monday, mindset and foundation, and they hit you with a pretty strong statement right away. The worst mistake an entrepreneur can make is starting a business without first preparing their mind. Mindset first.
Yeah, it's interesting they start there, isn't it? Not with product or marketing, but internal strength. They offer this mental fortitude training. It's part of their Fast Start program, #2. And it's not just, feel-good stuff. It's about building genuine resilience, discipline, and clarity, making sure members understand how tough this journey really is and why it's worth it. They flat out say, mindset isn't optional, it's survival. Think about when things go wrong, like a client pulls out or a launch fails. Without that mental strength, the best plans fall apart. This builds that muscle.
So you build the mind first, then straight into the practical nuts and bolts. Monday afternoon is the business setup boot camp.
Yeah.
And this sounds really hands-on. They cover everything, forming an LLC, getting your EIN, setting up a business bank account, even getting a DUNS number, and then the strategic documents. Business plan, pitch deck, media kit. It's like A to Z for getting legit fast.
And connecting right into that, and this is key, is their focus on credit repair and financial foundation. That's Fast Start program, #1, and they revisit it Friday morning too. They run hands-on workshops with a really ambitious goal. Get your score to 700 plus in 12 months. Plus, specific guidance on setting up business credit using that EIN and DUNS and getting started with net 30 accounts, supplier credit. It's not just personal credit, it's building the business's financial identity. These are the foundation blocks for accessing capital later, moving up the ranks. It's smart long game thinking.
Okay, so foundation set, mind right, finances getting sorted. Then Tuesday, it's about how you show up to the world. Branding and presence. This involves a brand and digital presence workshop, getting your logo, website, social profiles all looking sharp and consistent.
Right, but it's more than just looking good. It's about building authority. They teach this thing called the Spartan Interest Media Method. The idea is showing your work, telling your story, and creating content that builds authority without feeling like sales. So less direct selling, more demonstrating value, like maybe you show how you solved a problem or share your journey. It builds trust. And they mention using tools like Canva and AI so it's accessible.
Interesting. Okay. Then Wednesday, networking and collaboration. This sounds intense too, not just mingling. They have these structured networking and icebreaker labs. Think speed networking calls and exercises like, who am I? What do I do? What do I need? Very direct.
Yeah, efficient is the word. And the outcome is meant to be immediate, creating instant alliances, trade partners, and accountability groups. The guide says, in Spartan Society, no one builds alone. It's the foundation of a Spartan network. So you walk out of that session hopefully with actual connections you can work with.
Turns networking into something tangible, fast.
Exactly. Actionable support from day one.
All right, so foundation solid, network starting. Now you need fuel. Thursday is lead generation and marketing. Enter the lead generation sprint. And the challenge is pretty demanding. Generate your first 25 qualified leads within the first 30 days. Wow. They teach using Spartan AI tools, scraping, networking hacks. Seems very proactive.
Well, the thinking is pretty blunt. A business without leads is already dead. Simple as that. So this program has to be fast, practical, and results-driven. The aim is you never sit around waiting for opportunities again. It's about building that muscle, that instinct to constantly fill the pipeline.
Makes sense. You got to have prospects. Then Friday rolls around, focusing on wealth and growth, but specifically starting with pitching communication training. That's Fast Start Program, #8. And this feels crucial. As they say, a great idea means nothing if you can't explain it with clarity and confidence. How many times have we seen that?
Oh, absolutely. So this training is deep. It's about mastering powerful 30-second pitches, learning how to break down complex stuff simply, working on public speaking basics, and lots of role-play pitching investors, clients, nailing those quick networking chats. The whole point is to win trust and spark action. Your communication has to land.
Right. And Friday also includes broader money management and wealth basics. That's program #7, covering things like cash flow 101, building emergency funds, basic investing intros, real estate stocks. The goal: become financially unshakable and learn how to multiply their income into lasting wealth. So make it, manage it, grow it. Comprehensive. Okay, now here's where things get really, really different. Beyond just your own business, this each one teach one program.
Yeah.
The idea is once you're certified, proven in your field, you can step up as professors and literally open your own trade school. That's a big leap.
It is, and the funding mechanism they describe is pretty wild. They say these new professors can tap into government funding through the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, WIOA, grant. Basically, the government wants skilled people teaching in-demand skills. So the setup is you get paid to teach, and your students get access to education for free. It gets around student debt, addresses skills gaps. It's this whole ecosystem funded by existing government programs, turning entrepreneurs into educators. It's quite clever.
Which brings us to a final thought for you listening. What would it actually mean for your true life's work to be recognized with something like that honorary doctorate degree, to be celebrated at a big event by kings, leaders, and highly successful business owners? How does that idea legacy built through discipline and impact challenge how you think about success and what you want to leave behind?
Yeah, maybe consider how this kind of structured yet deeply personal and community-focused path might reshape your own approach. Not just to business, but to, well, mastering life and building something that lasts.